Okay, so I'm gonna record the second half on my laptop, so camera quality is not as good, but will still work. Um, so it cut off at the end. My phone's having some technical difficulties. So what I was talking about is what's amazing is my school schedule. So I teach from 8 in the morning until 12. And then 12 to 4, I have an hour lunch, 12 to 1, but then 1 to 4 is for any planning, and then I can work with my coworker who's also in the second grade, and we can collaborate on different things. But I have those 3 hours every day that are basically devoted to planning, and that's amazing. So I really only teach 8 to 12 because the second half of the day the kids are learning Khmer with a native Khmer speaker, which is great. So that's super exciting. I'm really kind of glad that I'm starting my first year teaching here because it's almost like easing into it, as where I know if I started in the States I'd be working probably 9 hours a day and going home and grading papers and lesson planning all the time, and so I'm really excited to see how this amazing schedule is going to work out. Let's see. So at the school there's teachers from all over the world, and it's pretty exciting. There are other teachers from the U.S., so that's nice. So it's a brand new school, so the building is huge. They have a really nice big building, all the classrooms are new, but there's not like basic supplies almost. So I don't really have a lot of like crayons and colored pencils and things like that in my room, and I have to come up with all of my own stuff for my bulletin boards, and so that's a little tricky, but it's no big deal. There's places here that sell them, but you know, just like a teacher in the U.S., your first year you have to buy a lot of things for your classroom, but you know, it's just not fair sometimes how teachers have to pay so much for supplies that you need to run an effective classroom, you know, or to make boards that you need for things that your students need. It's not just to be cute, you know, like you need to display things, and it's just frustrating that we don't get some kind of like allowance or budget for that, but you know, that's teaching for you. Let's see. So I'll have to talk more about the school next week after I've actually been teaching. Okay, so since we had this holiday, my roommate and I decided that we were going to take a few-day vacation and go to Chinookville, and then it was a 4.5-hour bus ride there. It was pretty hot and sweaty, but not too terrible. Then when you get there, you have to take a ferry from Chinookville to Koh Rong Island, and that's about an hour, not bad. And then we got in a speedboat to take us to our resort. And like getting from boat to boat or dock to boat was kind of a experience. We had to, when we got to the dock at our hotel, we had to climb up tires on the side of a dock to get out, and that was interesting, but we made it the whole time. And then the ferry ride back was kind of terrible. The ferry was smaller than it was before, and it was really wavy that day, so I had to close my eyes and breathe deeply for about 45 minutes and hope not to vom. And by the looks of everyone else on the boat, that's the same thing they were going through, so that was a little rough, but we all made it. And so yeah, so where we stayed, it was right on the sea, on the Gulf of Thailand. And it was amazing. The water was amazing, and we actually got to see the bioluminescent plankton at night. So you go in the water and you wiggle around and shake up the sand, and you could see them like flashing. It was pretty cool. And the amazing thing is with the bus travel. So the bus there and back, the ferry there and back, and then 2 nights at this resort was like $80. And then with food, the whole trip, like 3-day trip, cost us less than $100 each. So it's pretty amazing to stay in the ocean for 2 days for less than $100 for everything is really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up, but someone asked, like, what do I love the most so far? I definitely love the people. Um, they're they're always smiling and they're kind and they're fun. They have a good sense of humor, so from what I've seen, and I like city life. I like living in a big city so far. I know I'm gonna miss nature eventually, but right now it's pretty fun being here and living in a city. Um, oh, and I also love my work schedule. I think that that's going to be uh, a really nice work schedule. What did I forget to bring or wish I brought? I wish I brought some kind of small digital camera, one that's like, not great, but could take pictures, and so I wouldn't have to have my phone out to take pictures. Um, I wish I had a headlamp when we were on the island, but that's no big deal. And I forgot like t-shirts. Like I brought all teaching clothes and not any like relaxing t-shirts when I'm at home. So hopefully I can buy some while I'm here. Let's see. Oh, and then my friend Emily asked if I miss everybody, and yes, of course I do miss everyone. But I haven't been homesick yet, so it's been it's been a week and a half, and I'm not ready to go home yet, so that's good. Let's see. Oh, another thing I wanted to do with these videos is at the end give a few examples of music I've been listening to that it's kind of like a soundtrack to my trip. So one of the songs is This Time Tomorrow by the Kinks, and another one is Head Full of Doubt by the Avett Brothers, and the last one is End of the Earth by Lord Huron. And if I can figure out how to put those in the comments below, as people say, I will do that. But I just thought it'd be cool so people could see what I was listening to. That kind of went along with my trip so far. So tomorrow, my roommate Hannah and I are going to go to the movies. You can watch movies all day for $3.50. So we're going to go watch The Aristocats in the morning or in the afternoon at 12. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I guess let me know. I promise that the video quality and production will hopefully be a little bit better next time. So thank you for watching.